Hi everyone, I'm Brock. So for this week, I want to through the paper I want to read is called Mini GPT-4, Enhancing Vision Language Understanding with Advanced Large Language Model. Okay, so before I read this book, I want to use this report to help me understand the basic idea of this book. So when I read by sentences, it will be easier for me to understand. Let's start. Mini GPT-4 is a multimodal AI model that can understand images and generate detailed text description. Its core functions include input image, vision encoder, linear projection layer, large language model, output text, 6 core capabilities. Detailed language, detailed image description generation. Mini GPT-4 can describe every element in an image like a professional art critic. If you show Mini GPT-4 a photo of busy street, traditional model might only see a street with people and a motorcycle. But Mini GPT-4 will say, this is like this is like almost like a professional writer because because even a lot of people, I don't think that they can write such a vivid sentence. This is like human photographer describing a photo in detail rather than a machine's simple labeling. That's cool. Ability 2. Web code generation from hand-drawn sketches. That's what the coding agent are doing now, huh? Mini GPT-4 can understand handwritten web page sketches and automatically generates executable HTML or JavaScript code. It's like a programmer design assistant. If you draw a simple web sketch on paper with a joke website, page 1, content, punchline 1, written on it, Mini GPT will generate complete HTML code. This ability shocked the industry when GPT-4 was released, and now Mini GPT-4 can do it too. This paper was published about 2 years ago, and now it's already GPT-5. The AI industry grows so fast. Ability 3, meme interpretation and humor explanation. Mini GPT-4 can understand humor in internet memes, which requires deep understanding of cultural context and emotions. We show it a picture of a dog lying on the floor with Monday. Just Monday right on it. Mini GPT-4 will explain. Okay. In this example, Mini GPT-4 not only sees the image, but also understands the cultural metaphor. Does that mean that if we make GPT-4, Mini GPT-4 to read the law in search of lots of time, it can understand the metaphors or proofs even much better than normal audience? Ability 4, receipt generation from food photos. Show Mini GPT-4 a food photo, and it can reverse engineering the cooking steps like an experienced chef. When sending a photo of grilled lobsters, Mini GPT-4 will generate a receipt. This picture is equal to having a 24-hour online food consultant. AI arrow, that's crazy. Feature 5. Image-inspired poetry and story writing. MiniGT4 can draw an inspiration for images to create poetry or stories, demonstrating AI's creativity. Showing it a photo of a man and his dog watching the sunset on a hill, and it will compose poetry. This shows that AI can not only understand images but also generate emotional resonance. Ability 6. Product advertisement copywriting. GPT-4 can look at a product photo and generate professional marketing copy. This is equivalent to having a professional copywriter. Core technologies. The core technology of mini-GPT-4 can be understood with a simple analogy. Imagine you want to connect to a person who only speaks Chinese, which is vision encoder, and a person who only speaks English, which is language model. You need a translator, linear projection layer. MiniGPT-4's innovation is it discovers that only a very small translator is needed to perform communication between the two. Okay. So image to vision encoder, Q-former, linear layer, Vicuna LM, text output. Core technology, frozen pre-trained model strategy. Frozen model. Frozen means that during training, certain model parameters remain unchanged and are not updated, like food in a freezer that is frozen and doesn't spoil. Suppose you have a custom-built computer with a top-tier CPU, which is vision encoder, and a top-tier GPU, which is language model. You don't need to remake the CPU and the GPU. You just need to buy a data cable, which is linear projection layer to connect them. MiniGPT-4 only trains one linear projection layer with far fewer parameters than the complete model. Training time, only 10 hours using 4 A100 GPUs. Oh, that's really cheap. That's really cheap, right? If $2 for one GPU for 1 hour, this is only $80. That's really cheap. Comparison, training the entire model from scratch may take months and millions of dollars. The 10 hours here is the first stage, pre-trained time explicitly mentioned in this paper. Using batch size, okay, it's around 20,000 steps, around 10 hours. Two-stage training strategy. Learning MiniGPT-4 is like learning piano. Stage 1, rough alignment. Like learning piano initially. First learn the basic note correspondences with key response to which note. This stage uses 5 million short image text files for training. However, just knowing note corresponse is not enough. The music you play might be choppy, repetitive, and not fluent, just like MiniGPT-4 produce repetitive words, fragmented sentences after the first stage. Stage 2, fine-tuning. Like the advanced stage of learning piano, you need to learn how to play music coherently and fluently. MiniGD4 fine-tunes using 3,500 high-quality detailed image description piles. That's cool. The 7 minutes here came from the paper, only requiring a mere 420 steps with a batch size of 12, which took around 7 minutes in a single A100 GPU. Core Technologies 3, Q-formal query transformation mechanism. Q-formal is a special neural network module that compressed the complex visual features output by the vision encoder into a format that the language model can understand. Imagine you have a thick picture book, which is visual features, but your friends can only hear your description over the phone, which is language model. Q-formal is like a summary generator that can condense the thick picture book into a key sentences that your friend can quickly understand the picture's content. Q-formals came from a LIP2 model and is already pre-trained. It uses query to tokens to extract visual information. Output a fixed number of feature vectors for easy processing by the language model. Interesting finding, the paper found that even without Q-formal, using VEET output directly, MiniGPT still performs well. This shows that simple architecture can achieve powerful functions. I forget what is VEET again. Hey, let me see. Have I asked? Have I asked it to explain the abbreviation? Yeah, I asked it to provide the abbreviation, but it doesn't explain what weight means. 4, technology 4, high quality dataset curation. Data curation is a process of selecting, cleaning, and organizing high-quality datasets from large amounts of raw data. Like in a large fruit market, raw data, you need to select the freshest and highest quality fruits, high-quality data from thousands. The MiniGPT-4 research team even used ChatGPT as a quality inspector to correct errors in descriptions. Interesting. So the data processing workflow is raw dataset, MiniGPT-4 generation, ChatGPT-4 correction, manual verification. Final dataset is 3,500 high-quality images. Actually, the prompt is very human. The prompt is very human readable. AI and ML terminology. LLM, large language model. A large language model is a deep learning-based artificial intelligence system that can understand and generate human language by training on massive amounts of text data. It's like a well-read AI that has read numerous articles, books, and conversations on the internet, enabling it to answer questions, write essays, translate, etc. GPT-4 For example, like GPT-4 is a large language model developed by OpenAI. It can write poetry, answer complex questions, and even pass professional exams like the bar exam. Mini GPT-4 use Vacuna as its large language model, built on Llama, reportedly achieving 90% of ChatGPT's quality. Vision encoder. A vision encoder is a neural network specializing in processing images. It converts image into numeric feature vectors, a series of numbers that represent key information about the image, such as colors, shapes, textures, etc. So you see, those encoder actually is just like our genes, right? For humans, fundamentally, how to define us is our genes. I'm also thinking about when we change our mindset, will our genes be changed as well? I don't know. The vision encoder processes a CAD image and output a 768-dimensional vector representing features like furry texture, pointed ears, and whiskers. MiniGPT-4 use WEIT G14. Okay, here it explains what is WEIT. WEIT means Vision Transformer, Giant, patch size 14, as a vision encoder from the EVA clip model. WEIT means Vision Transformer. G means giant. 14 means patch size of 14 multiple 14 pixels. Multimodal. Multimodal refers to a system's ability to process and understand multiple different types of data. Modalities, such as text, images, audio, video, etc. Like how humans can use eyes to see, ears to hear, and hands to touch to understand the world simultaneously. So we should try to understand the world in fully utilize all our sensors, right? Not just use our eyes, right? A multimodal AI system can watch a cooking video, listen to the chef's instructors, and read the receipt text simultaneously to learn how to cook a dish. MiniGPT-4 is bimodal system that processes two data types, images and text. Emergent ability. Emergent ability refers to a new capability that suddenly appears when AI models' skill increase to a critical point, which doesn't exist in smaller models. It's like water suddenly changed from liquid to gas at 100 Celsius degree. A quantitative change, not just a quantitative. A qualitative change, not just quantitative. GPT-3 with 175 billion parameters can perform few short learning. But this emergent ability was not present in GPT-2 with only 1.5 billion parameters. Mini GPT-4 demonstrates multiple emergent abilities such as meme interpretation, web generation from sketches, and poetry writing, which were absent in previous vision language models like Blip 2. Zero-shot learning. Zero-shot learning refers to an AI model's ability to perform a task without having seen any training examples of that specific task. It's like you've never learned how to repair a specific model of washing machine. But with your understanding of mechanical principles, you can still attempt to repair it. MiniGPT-4 can write advertisements for products it has never been trained before, demonstrating zero-shot learning capability. MiniGPT-4 uses only 3,500 image description samples in second-stage fine-tuning, but it can perform poetry creation, advertisement writing, recipe generation, and other tasks it's never explicitly trained on. They demonstrate zero-shot learning. It's just like humans, right? We see a smart person, when you teach them one point, they can know, the other points. So that's some ability that, humans should have. Hallucination. Hallucination refers to AI model generating content that contains non-exist or incorrect information. Similarly to how humans seize on real scenes in dreams, AI fabricates content that seems reasonable but is actually incorrect. When show a dining room image, mini GPT hallucinates the presence of white tablecloth, which didn't exist in the picture. The paper use Cherry caption hallucination assessment with image revalence to measure hallucination rate. The longer the generated description, the higher the hallucination rate. When GPT-4 generates long description of 175 words, the hallucination rate reaches 9.6%, while Blip2 generates only 2.5 words with a hallucination rate of just 1.3%. Yeah, I think it makes sense. Just like humans, right? The more details you give, the more mistakes you might be, make. Fine-tuning. Fine-tuning refers to performing in a small amount of additional training on a pre-trained model, using task-specific data to adapt it to new tasks. Like a medical school graduates pre-trained model specializing in cardiac surgery, fine-tuning, they don't need to start learning medicine from scratch. Only need to study cardiac surgery specifically. Well, I think that it should give it should give phonetic symbols, but it doesn't give here. So after pre-trained on a 5 million image text pulse, mini GPT-4 was fine-tuned. It's just like, college student, right? The start in college is just like do pre-training. And after we get a job, we start, to do some fine-tuning so that we can be able to, fix it, to deal with the issues in this specific job. The mini GPT-4 was fine-tuned on 3,500 high-code description for only 7 minutes to improve output fluency. Attention mechanism. The attention mechanism is a mechanism in neural networks that allows the model to focus on the most important parts when processing information, similar to how humans focus on keywords when reading. When generating a description for an image of a clock tower, the attention mechanism helps the model focus on the clock, tower, and architecture details rather than irrelevant background elements. Makes sense? System design and architecture. Mini GPT-4 systems architecture adopts a module design consistently of 3 core modules. I feel it's more than 3. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is input. So module 1, vision, includes BitG14 encoder and Q-former. Module 2, alignment module, which is linear projection. Module 3, which is Vicuna LM and output layer. Pipeline. So pipeline is a data processing workflow where data parse through multiple processing stages in a fixed sequence, with each stage completing a specific task. So user upload the image, and resize image tensor. So image processing will resize it to 224 multiple 224, and then send it to image tensor, split into 14 multiple 14 patches, then send to QFormer. The visual features is 256 multiple 14.8, then compress the features into 32 query tokens, then compress the features project to LLM space, then software prompt 32 token embedding to regressive text generation and generated text. Okay. Here are some key numbers. Core modules. So VIT. VIT is a vision transformer. A vision transformer is a neural network architecture that splits image into small patches and processes these patches like text sequence. So original image, go to patch splitting, go to linear embedding, then position encoding, transformer encoder, then visual features. Module 2, QFormer query transformer. Transformer is a neural network architecture based on self-attention mechanism, originally designed for natural language processing and now widely applied in complex computer vision. The visual features, query tokens, cross-attention layer, self-attention layer, feed-forward network, output features. A feed-forward network is a neural network where information flows only in one direction from input to output with no backward or cyclic connections. The feed-forward network in QFormer consists of two linear layers with GELU. What's this? Activation function between. FFN of X equals W2 times GELU of W1 times X plus B1 plus B2. So GELU is Gaussian arrow linear unit. Okay. Module 3, linear projection layer. This is the only part that needs training in Mini GPT-4. A linear projection layer is a simple, fully connected layer that maps input features to a target dimensional space through matrix multiplication. Output equals W times input plus B. This shows Mini GPT-4 trains less than 0.5% of the Intel system's parameters. Training strategy details. Stage 1, pre-trained. Dataset, samples, steps, batch size, learning batch, learning rate. What's learning rate? Optimizer, GPU, duration, Total samples. Batch size. Batch size is the number of samples processed simultaneously in one training iteration. Learning rate. Oh, yeah, great. You explain what is learning rate. Learning rate controls the step size or parameter updates, determines the speed of model learning. Stage 2, fine-tuning, data site, steps, batch size, learning rate, GPU, duration, prompt template. Loss function and optimization. A loss function measures the difference between model predictions and true values. The training objective is to minimize the loss function. Cross entropy loss. L equals negative sum over I of y sub I times log of p sub I. If you don't tell me how to pronounce the equation, the mathematical formula, there's no way I can pronounce it correctly. So input image, model prediction, calculated loss, ground truth, back propagation, update linear nail. Okay. So major milestones. It's really fast, huh? Oh, GPT-4. So this paper is written by the OpenAI team. They publish the paper first, and then ChatGPT-4 is published. Oh, I got you. That's insane. In the AI era, when you emphasize academic paper, we need to emphasize open source projects. That's very, very important. Yeah, that's very important. And the others are some, commercial applications. Founder's background. 德耀珠. He's still a PhD student. That's insane. Okay. First co-author, Jun Chen, also PhD student in King Abdullah University of Science and Technology. Yeah, this university is very rich. And this university is only founded pretty young. When we apply for PhD program, we always, pay attention to those universities that has a long history. Everyone knows that. But can we, notice, some opportunity in, some places like in Saudi Arabia, right? Because they are rich. Oh, so the team actually is not. The team is not. It doesn't came from OpenAI. Okay, so on March 2023, GPT-4 released, and this paper or their model was published on April 2023. Perfect timing, and they move really fast. And now, when I think back, what I'm doing back in 2023, I can only say I have zero idea what's going on in the industry. Let me think. I think that every week. I think that every week I should not only just read one book, read one paper, but also go through one open source project. That's also something I should do. Yeah. And here are some competitors: GPT-4 Vision, Gemini, Mini GPT-4, Lnava, Bleep. Key insights: simplification over complexity. Mini GPT-4 proves that using only one linear projection layer can connect vision and language model without complex architecture innovation. This finding challenging conventional wisdom. Many researchers believe complex alignment modules are needed. Mini GPT-4 tells us powerful emergent capabilities of large model can compensate for simple architectures. quality of pre-trained models is more important than architectural design. Engineering simplicity is rapid iteration and deployment. Like using a good data cable linear layer to connect a top phone with a top computer. No complex adapter needed because both devices are powerful enough. Quality over quantity. Second stage use only 3,500 high-quality samples for 7 minutes of training, significantly improving model performance. Detailed description failure rates. 35% poetry generation failure rate. This tells a carefully curated small dataset can be more valuable than massive low-quality data. How are frozen pre-trained models? Reasoning 99.95% parameters and training only 0.5% can achieve powerful multimodal capability. It's just like human, right? Sometimes we only need to change our mindset and can make a huge difference. We just need change 1%, 0.1%, or even 0.01%. That aligns with the reality. Efficiency of knowledge transfer pre-trained models can have learned rich language, needing only a small translation layer. Massive training cost reduction from millions of dollars to hundreds. Democratization of AI research. Small teams and the institute can conduct frontier research. Methodology. Standing on giant's shoulder. Mini GPT-4 didn't reinvent the wheel, but smartly combined existing best components. That's cool. Only innovate on the connection layer. Combinationary innovation strategy suitable for resource-limited teams. Focus on core problem, vision language alignment, leverage community achievements, rapidly validate ideas. Insights 2. Necessity of two-stage training. Simple data alignment stage 1 is insufficient for high-quality output. A refined step is needed. Like learning a foreign language, stage 1 is learning vocabulary and basic grammar, comprehension ability. Stage 2 is learn how to express fluently and lateral, which is expression ability. So using large-scale data in first stage to establish basic mapping. Okay, so using carefully curated small data set in second stage to optimize output quality, use tools like ChatGPT to assist the data cleaning. Industry implementation. Open source accelerates innovation. Mini GPT-4's influence after release inspired Lava, Instructive Bleep, Qianwen VL, and other projects. Open source not only doesn't lose competitiveness, but can establish technical standards and ecosystem, attract top talent and collaborate, accelerate technology iteration and improvements. Insights 2. Commercial value of academic research. Although Mini GPT-4 is pure academic project, its technically has been applied to a lot of different aspects. Future outlook. Multimodal AI will become standard. 2025 to 2027, most LMs will have multimodal capabilities. Key technologies, lightweight alignment methods like Mini GPT-4 proposed. Application scenarios, expand from professional domains to daily applications. Trend 2, low-cost training becomes research mainstream. Environment pressure, cost pressure, technology technological progress. Trend 3, synergy between open and closed source. Closed source leaders like GPT-4, Gemini will become tech benchmark, and open source followers like Mini GPT-4, Lava will do rapid innovation, mutual promotion, and rapid AI progress. Closed source model continue to lead performance boundaries. Open source model rapidly follow and explore innovative application. Both form healthy competition and contain complementarity. And there are so many papers related to it. Tools and frameworks, some open source code and models. Yeah, so I think that in my prompt, right? I'm interested, some related academic paper, some related open source project. Related, YouTube channel. Related, benchmark, right? I think that's something I am interested after, I read this academic paper. So, yeah. Have some YouTube. Okay, so let's try them one by one. 2 minutes paper. Okay, subscribed. Yannick Future. Subscribed. Andre Kapathy. I think subscribed. AI explained. Subscribe. Weights and Bouses. Subscribe. Harjin Face. Subscribe. Deep Learning.ai. Andrew NG. Subscribed. Lex Friedman. Subscribed. Computer Fire. Oh, subscribed. Okay, good. And some models and an evaluation benchmark. Okay. Related conference. Yeah, I think I should also, this should also be helpful. Some related conference, right? CVPR, ICCV, ECCV, NERAPIS, ICML, ICLR, ACL, EMNLP, NAACL. Because this industry grow so fast, I don't think that, journal is a good place to check out, right? Conference is in higher frequency. So conference, I think, is more interesting, at least for this area. So conclusion, Mini GPT-4 as a lightweight open source and efficient multimodal AI model provides valuable reference for academia, and industry. Good, good, good. Okay, cool. So what's my conclusion? I guess that what I should do is that for each weekend, I should read one academic paper, but also, explore one open source projects. Yeah, that's pretty much for today. Thank you, everyone. Bye.